every month strike by Numsa, the cost of that to the South African economy is at least 100 billion rand. I don't think the strike is going to go on that long, but I'm afraid potentially it can seriously impact on the economy. On top of all of that, we got some data this week that suggests that the second quarter economic performance was certainly not that good. I don't think the economy will dip into a recession in the second quarter as well, but without a doubt, the economy will be performing quite weak in the second quarter, and now we have the strike in the third quarter, and there's a possibility of even further strikes the rest of this year. This is not good news. My personal view is that we're going to see an increase in interest rates. I think the Reserve Bank is going to tighten again, and I would certainly support that. Reality is that inflation is becoming a problem. South Africa is in a way in stagflation at the moment, weak economic growth, rising inflation. So I think if the Reserve Bank really wants to protect its good name as a very good monetary policy authority in South Africa, I think the Reserve Bank hasn't got much of a choice but to increase interest rates. They may decide to postpone that because of the weak economy, but the right thing to do certainly will be for the Reserve Bank to tighten monetary policy a little bit more. If there is a 50 basis points increase, I don't think it's going to be the end of the world to the economy. It's going to bite here and there, but of course some other things, like for instance the strikes, are certainly having a much more damaging impact on the economy at the moment. There is a possibility that we could see the current strike affecting places like, for example, the new power stations, which will have a huge impact on the South African economy over the next couple of quarters as well. In fact, I've calculated that because we have a lack of electricity in South Africa, the South African economy would have been about 300 billion rand more, about 10% bigger than what it is currently, and it is because of a lack of electricity. If you go through the statements by Eskom, two things are happening, and the one thing is feeding on the other one. The one is that the South African economy is under pressure partly because of a lack of electricity, but Eskom is also battling because the South African economy is not doing well. So the lack of electricity is impacting on the economy, and a weak economy is impacting on the finances of Eskom as well. I've got a suspicion that Eskom is going to ask for more money, either direct an injection of capital from the fiscus, or they're going to ask for an extension of the existing guarantees. But personally, what I would rather go for is an increase in electricity prices. I know it's going to hurt, and I know that's not what people want to hear, but we need to balance the demand and the supply of electricity in South Africa. But more importantly, we have to break up the current system that we have called Eskom. Eskom is a monopoly. Eskom is not well managed, a little bit better than in the past, and we need to introduce more market discipline. We need to get more competition within electricity generation and electricity distribution in South Africa. The system is not working. We need to change it.
You deserve to know more.
eNCA.com